Hi, I'm Jupiter. Welcome. I wanted to sit down with my Lunar Nomad Oracle and pull a few cards for the collective and just see what comes out and see if anything needs to come out, if anyone has a message that needs to come out. So we have key. Let's see if anything else. It might be the only card. I'm not having anything else. Oh, okay. Birds. I think that's all that's going to come out tonight. So it's interesting that these two cards would come out because the key really speaks about having the key to your future in your hand and maybe being afraid to go into the future or not really realizing that you have this key to your future while you've had it the entire time. It can also speak of finally receiving that one piece of information that you've been waiting for, and now you can move into your future. And then the birds, what we have here is empty cages in a room, and this is actually a window, and we see all of these swallows outside the window, and they're all free. And it almost, to me, there's almost a sense of being in a cage and looking out this window and seeing all of this activity that's going on outside, but being afraid to leave your cage, to leave this space of safety. So when I have these two cards in combination, there's really a sense of you have the key to your future, but you are afraid to leave your cage. I'm gonna pull a few cards from this deck tonight. Let's see. What does the collective need to hear tonight? So we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this speaks of working very hard at something that might be very difficult. I put that upside down. Okay, and then we have the Devil. And in this card, we actually have, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this person is trapped. They have the shackle and they have the lock, but the key is right here. If they would just look up, they could grab this key and release themselves. But something is keeping them in place. Their fear, this being up here, maybe they're afraid that when they do this, whoever this is will see and chase after them. There's also a heart. He's holding a heart in his hands as he's dancing above them. Maybe he has this person's heart. The Devil really is about being shackled to your own fears. There can also be a sense of allowing yourself to do too much. It's interesting that we would get the Eight of Pentacles and then the Devil, because it really does feel like you're working very hard at this, but maybe you're doing a little bit too much. You're living in excess. You're doing so much that you aren't taking the breaks that you need to take. And then we have death, which this shows that something needs to change. In this card, we actually have the Phoenix. So there's a sense of rebirth, of burning our past to the ground and then rebuilding it. And then we have the High Priestess. So you really do have the key to your future in your hand. But you are afraid to move forward. You're afraid to look into the shadows and see who you really are. Maybe you're afraid that you aren't enough. We have the Four of Swords and the King of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands actually fell out right after that. So you're in this space of needing to rest. But there's also a great deal of creativity. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are both very creative. They're manifestors, and they speak their manifestations into being. They can call out life. They can bring that future that they're looking for to them. I almost feel as though these are people that you're going to meet. This may be a couple, this may be friends or a work venture of some type. That maybe you see this coming for you, but you are afraid to take this step into your future. There's really a sense of being so involved in what you are creating that you're not taking a step back and really not seeing what you actually need to be working on and working at. I almost feel as though you need to stop what you're working on and reevaluate it. Come back to the source. Come back to the beginning and the center. Maybe you set out to create something and it became more of a chore than an enjoyment, and you're really struggling with that situation and that sense of you wanted this so badly, but in the end it wasn't actually what you wanted. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. So when the Ace of Pentacles comes out, this is about being handed something. There is a new source of income that is being handed to you, or a new venture that someone is reaching out to you to maybe collaborate with them on. And with the Fool, this says that you need to take that opportunity. So really, I feel as though you have had someone come to you with a new opportunity, but you are afraid to take that leap. There's something that is holding you back, and you are afraid to leave your current situation and take this leap into your future. But what I'm seeing here is that you need to accept this offer. You need to accept what is being given to you. because what you're doing, your approach to this situation, it's trapping you, actually. And you are trapped under this workload and trapped in this situation, feeling as though you can't possibly take this next step. But you have the key. You are allowed to take a pause, take a rest, and accept what is being offered. I'm going to see if I can draw just one more card just to see if we can gain clarity on what is coming for you. Oh, we've got 3. So we have the 4 of Cups, and that really is about, there is a venture that you need to take, and you're so focused on this other thing that you're not paying attention to it. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and this is really about that pushing forward, pushing in. This could be someone who is really pressing you to do something, and it could make you feel very uncomfortable. And then we have the Moon. So this is very clear to me that you are being pushed to look into your shadow self. Look at what you're really not wanting to look at, especially with the Devil and the High Priestess. There's something that you're not wanting to take a step back and look at and investigate further, and you have to do this. You have to take that leap, because if you don't take that leap, you're going to regret this for a very long time, maybe even for the rest of your life. I feel like that's the entirety of the message. If you watched to the end, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did, and I hope to see you on my next video.